better than Talia, but we've seen Senkux put up some massive numbers on Talia in this, and that minefield gets laid out. So Splyce running around with
the Splyce here today. It's a testing series for both of these teams, and it's the time at which they have to prove their mettle as well, Stress.
Right, and that's where these cross-group matches that was in Challenger in the previous split, and I think that's where a lot of the difficulty for him comes on, is early game activity. Mid lane and bot lane, though, we see junglers going in.
Splyce going to jump in onto Cobby, flash away the hook lands, and Mick has already burned his flash. This is going to be first blood to Roccat.
Roccat having much better impact off their foot up in that mid lane.
And we saw that last week as well. He was one of the ones that got Senkux ahead a lot of the time. Now Faxi is going to get onto Trashy here. Betsy and Pricetalker joining in. Here comes the equalizer, but it's not going to be enough. And Faxi's looking for Mega. They might continue to chase onto Wonder. Flashes up for both of them. Wonder needs to flash away. Does it preemptively and escapes, but Roccat get themselves another kill.
Over to his Wolves, not really assessing the fact that this is in progress. I'm a little surprised that Trashy didn't rush out towards that. Right now they are tied with G2 in series. So it's
gonna go in onto Senkux here in the top side, Wadded with the playback, tanking up the tower. Here comes the TP. Senkux knocked back, seismic shove on Jarnan as Trashy gets the damage down onto Wadid. Just about survives, but here comes the Void Rush. Trashy with a kill. Jarnan dies off towards the back of it as well. It's only Faxi up against 3 members of Splyce, and he's gonna get knocked up. Unburrow gets the kill. Double kill for Trashy. Splyce get 3.
Good flash knock up there from Trashy. Mid lane, the response is the Rift Herald was summoned. Now they go on to Wonder.
Has unleashed power. That's wonderful for Roccat as they take down the Rumble. They'll look for the tower as well. That's a pause.
Forward with wards behind them. Senkux is trying to come down towards the middle lane. Yeah, here comes the Weaver's Wall. Where's the teleport?
Jarnan gets knocked back and he has no way to escape. The hook onto Trashy into the box. His Pricetalker as well, though. Jarnan is going to get knocked up. It's a 1-for-1 trade as Roccat retreat. The equalizer comes out. Splits were did off from the rest of the team, but it means that they always have a chance in the game. Trashy's going to jump in. Bessie gets knocked back, rooted down. That's a shutdown for Splyce.
Couldn't even trade for Mickey's life, but here comes Wadid and Jarnan.
This is brave. This is so brave from Wadid and Jarnan. Fate's call comes out, knock up onto Trashy. Here come the rest of Roccat. They're trying to catch Splyce between Roccat and a hard place, but Trashy does so much work in the front line. That's a kill for him. Faxi, the last man standing for Roccat, as Splyce absolutely destroy Roccat.
2 fractured fights in Splyce's favor. Good flash from Senkux.
Faxi's still going in though, does get the stun. The barrier comes out, seismic shove comes back, but Faxi's not knocked away and Senkux is gonna fall. Faxi bringing some hope back for Roccat.
Yeah, Senkux is sticking around a little bit too long. That will be a detriment. No side lane Baron buff for now, at least in one of the lanes here. Wonder will have teleport available, so he can go out towards the side lane. You're gonna lose that fight. Oh, Senkux, no flash.
Senkux gonna get jumped on, no flash, as you say. Here they come, all of Roccat. Just appear from thin air, and Senkux is dead once again. Trashy can't see them anyway, so it doesn't matter if you're in the bush or outside of the bush. Just looks really odd when you see it. Faxi's going to jump in onto Mickey. Here's the base corner as well. They know there's no flash for the Zyber, but the equalizer is going to come down, and that's going to burn straight through with it. Roccat lose one. Splyce have had one taken down as well as Trashy gets onto the back line, but Jarnan's doing work. Cobby chasing up against Betsy. Betsy wins that one. Senkux, the last man standing once again for Splyce.
And it's 1 versus 4 remaining in.
Coming back into the game and looking like they were on the front foot have been absolutely rocked.
Especially from behind. It is so difficult because Rek'Sai is a 50-50 champion. Oh, and you're dead.
Not really 50-50, there's no smite on the enemy team. Wadid's going to land the hook onto Mickey. Jarnan has to use the QSS. They get the Dragon, it's an Infernal. Splyce going to retreat.
And what I mean by 50-50 is Rek'Sai is neither a carry nor a tank.
But Pricetalker's carrying this Roccat lineup now. Cobby's going to try and trade back onto him, but just does not have enough damage. And actually, Roccat just looking for the push down mid here. Is this a little bit too brave? There are still 3 members of Splyce left alive. Senkux has to flash the hook. They're looking for the Nexus Towers, but here comes Cobby, and here comes Wonder. What can they do to wall in Roccat?
The thing is, Pricetalker's around now as well. Roccat have their whole team strong.
Could be that little bit more aggressive, be that bit more on the front foot. And now actually Trashy is caught out behind Faxi here. The Narm into the wall, the suppression. Trashy just locked up for days. Will try and jump away, but he jumps straight back into the Roccat team. Wadid is low though. It's going to be a 1-for-1 trade as Roccat do just have to back away. Can't take anything more against Splyce for the time being.
Knight's Vow No, Mickey still got Leandries and Sword Boots because he's Zyra, so why not?
Yeah, why
I
not?
mean, that makes sense.
Also, you're not focused in a lot of fights. Actually, Faxi's being focused up towards the top side, and Roccat are unable to react to this. Faxi will burn down as Wonder gets the flame spitter out, but he manages to jump across the minions and across the wall. Here comes Pride Stalker. Wonder has to flash. Roccat with 3 members in the mid will look towards the inhibitor. TP in from Faxi as well towards top side. They can contest, but already 3,000 HP on that Baron is going to be a pretty easy rend for Kiana, and there it goes.
Rumble wave clear, Talia wave clear. You deny a lot of that still. It's didn't really change, but Splyce want to engage. They cut off 2.
2 members on the wrong side. There comes the equalizer. Price is going to hit Death. Lanterns away, and now there comes the fight. Trash is just dead. Again, like he just disappears in the middle of the fight, tries to use the void. Just a hook onto Wonder. He gets pulled back. He's going to try and turn this one around as Mickey puts the damage down onto Pride Stalker. Wonder's dead. Roccat still have 5 members left alive. Make that 4 as one gets shoved back. Faxi looking for the Nexus towers as the rest of Roccat will push down in the bottom lane. That will be the first Nexus tower falling just about. How does that go to Woodid? It's the banner of minion. Bob doing work there for Roccat. They're looking for the Nexus. They want to go 1-0 up. Senkux knocks back. Kobe flashes in. Is it too little, too late? I think it is. Roccat clean up the fight. They get all 5 members of Splyce, and they will get the Nexus as well. 1-0 to Roccat.
And they did it, winning a 4 versus 5 in the bottom lane as Faxi with an took the taxi all the way to the Nexus. Port roll, that's not what it's going to be for Roccat. It will be that top lane against Faxi with the team, and then you basically take the tower from behind him, and it can be difficult to deal with.
To see how that lane does end up playing out. Across the board, relatively similar compositions from both these two teams, doing the same things as they did last time. Roccat have a split pusher up towards the top side, and then we did as they continue to push forward towards this tower. There's a TP in behind them. Wonder has the equalizer. Hyana's going to try and jump away, uses the flash, but here comes the equalizer. The stun used as well. Glacial Fisher and Splyce just absolutely destroy the Roccat bot lane. They're looking for more. Wadid has nowhere to go. That's another kill. Bright Stalker does come in and equalizes it 2 for 1. However, in the mid lane, 2 people are ganking onto Betsy as well. Trashy has used his flash.
Lane. And that's what made it so that Splyce could take that. Now we're back into live action. Mickey's in the mid lane, no flash Betsy.
Double tap onto Betsy. He uses the barrier, tries to trade onto Senkux, but he flashes away from it. That's a kill. Syndra down in mid lane. A little bit more up and down. Some weeks great, some weeks. And at 13 minutes in, they will be 2,000 gold ahead. Splyce setting up down towards the bottom side as well as Shannon goes in, gets the charm, probably knocked up as well. Here's Pride Stalker. Fate's Call brings back Mickey. Splyce just disengaged, but here comes Faxi. He's looking for the fray as he jumps in with a Hex to Ultimatum, and Mickey is the target. Look at how low he is. The Sonic Wave hits. Here's Betsy as well as Splyce might get routed underneath this tower. Cubby there. Equalizer comes down as Wonder TP's in behind him. It's all on Wonder. Can he turn and burn through this Roccat lineup? He's looking for Faxi, who tries to trade back into him. Wonder overheats. Faxi with the adapter defenses, but here's Trashy to stop it in its tracks. Meanwhile, the rest of Roccat somehow are in the top of the blue side jungle.
Yeah, they're trying to scatter because Senkux is heading through. No scatter the week comes out first because Roccat right now are the ones on the retreat. They should get away from this. I don't believe Hyana was clipped by Senkux. It's not real animals. No one condones that. Okay. I see you looking at me like that.
I just didn't quite know where the lasers were going. At the moment, they're going straight to Betsy's face. He flashes the wall. Laser's not effective against Syndra.
See, Lucian after that point. That should be the moment that it opens up.
Betsy dodges the explosive cast, but can he dodge the culling? Manages to get away from a lot of it. Trashy forced back. The turret's not going to fall. The unleashed power is enough. And Pride Stalker comes in as well. Senkux has to flash. Roccat make a superb play in the mid lane. It was all on Betsy's shoulders, and he came up huge.
Yeah, Trashy came into the lane and just threw the cascade, expecting Betsy to move back and away from the tower. Did not connect, and now Splyce. Oh, Senkux this one in.
Oh, Wadid used all of his mobility to go in, though. The Glacial Fisher there. Betsy's been caught up with the Electro Harpoon, tries to get the knockback, but burns down. Splyce will get the mid lane tower. They're 7 kills to 4 up, and they lead by 5,000 gold.
You know, G2, they were scouting, they saw that play and just thought, no.
Oh, here comes the equalizer. Roccat looking to try and get the mid lane tower. Here comes the Feather Storm as well. Great explosive cast to knock him back. The Price Stalker kicks him away as well. Now Splyce are fighting on two different fronts. Price Stalker tries to jump away, but he's not going to be able to escape from Splyce. Baxi jumps the wall. Price Stalker falls. So does Betsy, and Splyce take two.
One of the reasons why Splyce utilizes Gragas pick so much is once the explosive cask, double cask, manages to get Roccat 2 kills on that fight, and now with no smite for Roccat, Splyce turn towards the Baron. They have the Kalista. Faxi's going to execute. Doesn't even matter at this point. It's just soaking up time. There's a rend here for Kalista. There should be no way that Hyanan and Wadid can actually steal this away.
They are just trying to harass down Splyce, but I think they will just retreat. There we are. Jumps away with the grand entrance into the battle dance. And this will be the Baron for Splyce. We saw it be their downfall in game 1. In this game to make the plays that he needs to help Roccat get ahead.
And you have to look at a lot of that must come from the early game sense that Roccat have been playing from behind, but now he wants to go.
There's the double charm. Senkut's going to jump the wall. Featherstall comes out. Hyanan isolated in the back line. Price Stalker's going to jump away as well. Cobby gets Wadid down. Faxi's in the middle of them all. That's a double for Cobby. Price Stalker's not going to be able to escape from Senkut's 4 kills to none in favor of Splyce, and they're looking for one more. Trashy with the barrel. Oh, get close enough. Mickey won't be able to get there either. Betsy.
Splyce have a lot of time to make sure they can secure as much as they want here.
By Splyce, eventually he realizes he shouldn't be in that position anymore. Wonder's actually going to get caught out. There's the charm, there's the unleashed power, there's the shutdown forward in.
Good.
Our lecturers would say to us, before a night shift starts, you should empty your bucket. So it means you should... Actually, Wonder's going to jump on in the bottom lane.
I don't even know whether I want to hear the end of that.
That's a kill for Betsy. They emptied a huge amount of damage onto him. Betsy's actually caught off towards the top side of this. It isn't anything bad. It's a good little story. We'll get to it after this fight. Betsy's actually going to try and execute up here as Senkut does come in. Wonder gets the kill.
Yeah.
Far behind last week against Fnatic and be able to take out a win now. They're going to try and contest this Baron as Splyce started up. Here comes Price Stalker, jumps in, the charm comes out. Hyanan doing work, having to jump back with it. Price Stalker's going to fall first. Here comes Faxi as well though. Hexagon amazing, gets blocked by the Zhonya's. Great play by Wonder, and now Mickey joins the fray. Trashy jumps in, Senkut's doing absolute work on the back line of this fight. Betsy takes 1, but he's going to fall as well. Splyce with a 4-for-1 around the Baron.
And that's got to be enough for Splyce to take the game here. It was a rough game 1 out of Splyce.
By Splyce, and actually you can see Faxi there. Wasn't really involved in the fight. He's been pushing down towards this bottom lane. And there comes the equalizer. That's not going to save you. Senkut is dominating. 6-0-3 on this loose.
He must have dropped in that exchange. Faxi wants to try and trade against him.
Level 16 to level 18 in favor of Wonder here. There's the Zhonya's, but Betsy joins it. Inhibitor tower's fallen in the bottom lane. They're going to lose the inhibit anyway, so they say, let's take a fight. They get the kill on Wonder. They get 1 trade for a tower and an inhibitor.
So this...
They're actually going to look to catch Faxi out once again as he continues just to push. There's Mickey. Gusset blows, blocks him up. That's just a dead Camille.
Yeah, that's just an easy pick.
Second inhibitor of the game. Faxi's down towards the bottom side. All 5 members of Splyce are here. Trashy takes a dark spear to the face. There's the charm on towards Wonder. That's another kill. Roccat with the Feather Storm, perhaps looking for a little bit more here as Faxi's coming up to join the fight. Trashy gets hit with the Sonic Wave. Price Stalker, you're going to feel it in your heart.
What we were getting there with Mickey is nearly got Stoneplate finished as well on this Braum, alongside the Locket of the Iron Solari. Here's the fight.
Gets the knock up onto Wadid, who tried to jump in. Great play. They're going to get the root on the back line, though. Senkut goes godlike. There's the equalizer as well. Betsy gets knocked up twice and taken down once. Double kill for Senkut. Splyce are looking to close this one out. They've had enough of this waiting game. Hyanan's dead. Kobe dominating. Cobby, not Kobe, he's in the LCS. They're looking for that mid lane inhibitor tower alongside the inhibitor and perhaps the game.
Yeah, it should be the game here with 3 members of Roccat being dead. Baron does spawn, but that doesn't really matter right now. Splyce will be able to take down both Nexus towers, take down the Nexus. They're taking us to game number 3.
Splyce look like they've been able to put all the pieces together in this game. They worked out the combination that works best for them, and they are going to take us to a game 3, 1-1 between Roccat and Splyce.
That was better out of Splyce, the early game presence that we saw. Their carries were enabled. Senkut wants to go.
It's going to be the Corki for them.
Deadly Bombardier.
I think
also quite daring at the same time.
Bombardier.
It's all good.
And how much can Price Stalker do on this Lee Sin in the early game as well? That is a big question that rattles around my brain. And if it rattles around yours as well, make sure you join in the conversation on Twitter at LOL Esports. If you think Roccat are going to take it 2-1 and continue their winning spree, it's hashtag ROC win.
You know, Gromp will be back up soon as well. The Raptors will be back up. The hook in the bottom lane is what's going to cause the action.
Onto Woodid. Look at the damage. The headshot comes out. Mickey jumps forward. Woodid. First blood to Splyce.
Mickey with the ignite gets the first blood.
Areas of the map here for Splyce. Actually, here comes Trashy. Flashes in. Faxi's going to try and flash his way away into the Mega. The wallop comes down, but so does Faxi. No, yes! Electro Harpoon.
Electro Harpoon for the...
Mickey seems to have started to get a read on Woodid to Rakan, and it's absolutely devastating this bottom lane. Now, Woodid will jump in, but look at the damage onto Shard. Great the ignite as well. A great play from Mickey. He's making all the plays. And Woodid gets harassed down as well. They may even just go for the dive. Ace in the hole to Woodid. Not quite enough damage, but Splyce are dominating this bottom lane.
Yeah, we heard Woodid talk about how Mickey is in his...
And Mickey want to stop him in his tracks. They're going to be able to get the flank off here. They're going in, the TP used as well. There's the lantern for Kobe, the route onto Hyun, and he's trying to dodge his way around, but you cannot dodge away from the autos, and you cannot dodge away from the equalizer. 5-0 to Splyce.
Did you not? Oh, you didn't hit social media in that week. That was
same as that jump onto Betsy here. The exhaust comes down. The shockwave used as well. Mickey looking for a hook. Is it gonna land? Not quite, but it forces Betsy back straight into the arms of the play. And Betsy has nowhere to go. Splyce are 6-0. They'll get a Rift Herald for themselves as well. And Roccat are looking down the barrel of a very scary gun.
Yeah, it's normally when the Orianna's standing in lane.
Yeah, look at that. That's a bit of a chunk. They actually might get the second tower, as you say.
Yeah.
Price Talker trying to jump in, knocked back by Trashy. He couldn't get to the eye because of Senkuk's and Trashy's great play. That's 2 towers and a play. Ace in the hole onto Betsy. Tries to put the orb into the midst of them. The charm onto 3 Woodid. Trying to make the plays to keep his team alive. Faxi's going to jump onto Wonder here, but the equalizer comes down. Faxi's going to go Mega. Nah, doesn't get the stun. Wonder flashes away from the wallop, but can he flash away from the building? The flame spitter comes back up. Wonder trying to do what he can. No flashes. Faxi jumps in. He jumps again. The building, and the minions are there. Faxi, you're going to burn down, my friend. Wonder with the outplays.
Mickey, as the spectator, was there just in case of assistance, but the 1 versus 1 rites of passage go to Wonder. Wonder's going to try the 1v1 again.
Faxi does have Mega now. Going to look up towards the top lane for the time being. The charm comes in. They do get the knock of the shockwave onto 3 as well. The hook's going to connect. Mickey with the box down. Splyce managing to survive as Pride Stalker's the first to fall. Kianan and Betsy Woodid there as well underneath the tower. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Wonder and Faxi.
You know, the news we had through about Trashy. This has been quite the series for both teams, and Roccat, unfortunately, not able to continue in game 3.
He just doesn't care about a shockwave. Betsy not back. Goodbye, Orianna.
You're into game 3 where everything counts. It's a best of 1 again. Now, Woodid goes in.
Chan comes in onto 2. Price Talker tries to get onto the backline. Does take out Senkers. Mickey there as well. Wonder's joined the fray though. The equalizer comes down. That's 1 dead. They're looking for Woodid and Yarnan as well. Yarnan dead. Callisto gone. Woodid pulled away as well. Splyce absolutely devastating Roccat at the moment. Faxi's there by himself, but there's not much he can do. The play, an incredibly painful thing to play against.
Fair enough.
Wonder's going to get kicked back. That's an incredibly painful kick for him as well as Pride Stalker and the rest of Roccat look to close in on him. Then will come out. Wonder's going to get charmed up as well and knocked up. This should be a kill for Roccat as they will not take down. Wonder and the Sonic Wave misses you, godly man! No way does he escape from that! Look at Grams, he's got his hand in his hands.
The Zonyas.
The equalizer, the Zonyas. Rhiannon's underneath the tower as well. Wonder's still alive! No way do you do that!
Kobe's laughing. Wonder. I mean, how did he get away from that?
Oh, Roccat, you spoil sports, Yarnan, and Woodid eventually get the kill. Kobe's on a killing spree. Trassy's chasing them in as well. Explosive cast to knock him back. Yarnan just tries to farm up a few minions, but eventually he will fall as well. 14 kills to 2 in favor of Splyce. A 10,000 gold lead for them as well. Yeah. I think that's all you can say about it.
Oh, we're back into a fight.
Oh, fight up in the top lane. Faxi's dead. Trashy's on a killing spree. There was a short period in this game where I thought Splyce might have had the quickest game in the European LCS this split, which is at 23 minutes. I don't think it anymore.
No.
Although with Baron buff, maybe if they just win one fight after this push, they can win. And it looks like Roccat actually won the fight as they're going to try and collapse in. Faxi is dead, of course, but Pride on his way. There's Wadid with the charm. Double charm equalizer's come out, though. Wadid's doing what he can to distract, but he's already dead. And Splyce there. Pride is across the wall and has landed a Sonic Wave on that Baron. Kobe's going to kill Yana, not quite. The shockwave pulls him closer, and Kobe will be thankful for that. Betsy trying to get the kill, can't do it. Baron did go over towards Splyce during all of this, and Pride is trying to jump his way away. Sankook splashes the wall, just needs a phosphorus bomb or an auto to land. Not quite enough, but the minions help him out. They are definitely a challenger for at least the playoffs, if not the playoff finals. That's a charm on towards the AD carry. Kobe pulled back, Pride looking for the flank. Hyonin has put that Fate's call in, but gets hooked once again from Mickey, and that's an unstoppable Kobe as Splyce look to finish out this game. The equalizer comes out, the shockwave does absolutely nothing. Wadid's going to take an ace in the hole to the face. Senkooks, one more auto will do it, but you can't quite get there. The Gatling gun cannot shred through Wadid enough. Senkooks almost kills himself. Brightstalker, that's Kobe goes legendary, a delayed quadra. Come on, Splyce.
It's not the Penta, it doesn't count anymore, unfortunately. That was 4 kills, though.
2-1 as Splyce take the series.
You talked there about the strength of these two teams alongside the rest of Splyce.
Yeah, I think it's just Splyce all around in those second 2 games were able to hold on to a lead and close it out pretty effectively, and you can see Roccat after that second game just seemed a little bit defeated. It felt like their legs had given in, to use a sporting phrase. They didn't have the energy, they didn't have the fight left in them after fighting so long against Fnatic last week and fighting so long against Splyce this week, but that's taking nothing away from them as a team. They continue to improve, they continue